Chuck, hi. I am here to demonstrate the gift that we are giving to you for your incredible generosity from you and Joyce and the rest of your family during these last few weeks. These items are going to improve the coffee that you make at home. This is a Japanese style swan neck kettle. Notice the swan shape of the spout here. This is a little carafe, kind of Pyrex type container to make the coffee in. This is also the same material. It's a cone filter system for the coffee. Here's a scoop, and these are paper filters. There's 100 of them, and these are easy to find in shops, or you can order them online. And together, this is going to be used to make a Japanese style, very flavorful, beautiful cup of coffee. Not that your coffee's bad. Your coffee's quite delicious. I enjoy coming up in the morning to your freshly brewed coffee on the timer. But when you have a little extra time and you want to make a really fine cup of coffee, this is what you'll do. This electric kettle, it allows you to dial in the exact temperature that you want for your coffee. You'll notice that with these, by pressing set and then using the plus and minus sign, you can actually get it to the exact number you want, and then the water will heat to that temperature. And the nice thing about this is that coffee is ideally brewed at about 200 degrees. Not too hot to burn the coffee and not too cold so as to enjoy that nice hot taste. Once the water gets to be about 200 degrees, it's ready to make coffee. In the meantime, while we're waiting for this to heat, we're going to remove the lid from the little Pyrex coffee pot, and we're going to put the cone on top. And then we are going to, inside the cone, put this paper filter. The Japanese actually fold the little seam of the paper over like that, and then put the filter inside. Now we're almost at 200 degrees here. Now here comes a crucial step. The water is now at 200 degrees, and I'm going to take the pot off the heating element, and before I put any coffee in the filter in the pot, I'm going to actually drip it with water and get the whole paper completely soaked with water. And what this does is it takes the paper taste out of the filter, and it also heats up the whole system here, so that the coffee itself will remain hotter once you make the coffee. So once you have that done, you can take the water and you can pour it out. Another thing you can do is you can also prep your mug by pouring a little hot water into there, and just let that, while you're making your coffee, let the mug warm up. Now we're ready to put the coffee into the filter. You can grind it at about the same type that you use for any drip coffee system like you do now. Now, for every 6 ounces of coffee, you want to do one of these scoops. So generally a coffee mug is about 12 ounces, so I'm going to do 2 good scoops of coffee. And you can make it stronger or weaker depending on what you like. 2 good scoops. And now we are ready to make coffee. The kettle is up to 200 degrees again. But the first thing you do is you pour just a little bit of water into the coffee grounds. Just into the middle. Don't try to stay away from the paper, just in the middle. And then wait for about 30 seconds while the coffee blooms. Then after about 30 seconds, you start in the middle of the grounds, and very slowly you kind of work your way towards the outside. You can see just a little bit of water is coming out. And you kind of do little circular motions until all the coffee grounds are completely soaked. can let that sit for a minute. Now on this Japanese carafe, the 12 ounces is just under 400 milliliters. So that gives you a little sense of how much coffee you need to make a cup of coffee. If you wanted to make more than 1 cup of coffee, you could put more grounds in the filter, and you could pour more water through, and then you would have more than 1 cup of coffee. Once it stops dripping, you can take your filter cone with the paper filter and put it in the sink. And you can put your lid on the carafe, and you have a complete cup of coffee. Now your mug, which was heating with the water, make sure you pour that warm water out. Now you should have a nice warm mug to pour your coffee into. And we are going to pour the hot coffee into the mug. And we are going to check the aroma. Nice aroma. And now we are going to taste the coffee. That's 1 good cup of coffee.